This is our second budget for July, and this is going to be a doozy. This is kind of an adventure, and I don't know how it's going to go, but there's a lot happening. So, keep watching. Hi, I'm Bo, and I am trying to find some kind of financial stability for me, my partner Win, and his 3 kids. Win is out with a friend right now, so I decided I may as well use the downtime to make the budget. I have not closed out the last paycheck's budget. Well, technically, this current paycheck budget. I haven't closed that out yet. I haven't looked at the transactions yet. So I am going to be guesstimating on our inflow, which, if you didn't know, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that at all. I much prefer dealing with paychecks that we've already had. However, what I wanted to do this month was to do a full month of budgeting without using any paychecks. So that means we're using rollover. So we're using money from previous paychecks to pay for this whole month. That's the goal anyway. We shall see how that goes because, as I said, this is going to be a doozy. We're paying the mortgage and we have not had any rental income yet, aside from a little bit from one of the tenants. Well, from the tenant, because we only have one right now. So anyway, onward into it. So what we're going to do is, all we're going to have this time, this go round, is a rollover. That's it. That's all we're budgeting. So we are going with, and actually, let me write this down on my little scratch paper here. You don't need to see it. It's really scratch paper. It's bad. Okay. So we're going to go with rollover for Win at 4,000. So 4,000 for Win, and we shall see how it goes for me. But 4,000 for Win, and we're gonna go with because I did buy that phone. I did buy a new phone. Okay, we're gonna go with 2,000 for me. So 6,000. I didn't even need to do that math. Anyway, so the budget is going to be 6,000. Now, will some money be coming from savings? Probably. However, I don't know how much that's going to be. I can't even guesstimate because everything's kind of up in the air right now. So if you don't know, we just bought a house recently, a couple months ago, and we've had to renovate the basement because it had a lot of water damage. That is costing us a lot of money. And while we had like multiple estimates, everything costs more. Everything costs more than the estimate. So we've been kind of flying by the seat of our pants and working with what savings I have. So we have gone through the entirety of my house savings, and now we're going to start on the emergency fund unless something changes real quick, fast, in a hurry, which it might, actually, it might change before this budget period starts. If it does, I'll let you know. But as of right now, today is Monday the 7th. So this budget doesn't start till 11th, but I wanted to record today because we kind of have a busy week this week. So kind of the downfall of budgeting early is you don't always have all the information. But I'd rather budget early than miss the window and end up coming up with the budget after the pay period starts. So here we are with a rollover of $6,000, and that's all we're working with. So, oh wait, no, we have to go with more. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll just say that. because there are some big things happening. So the mortgage, the house that we just bought, this mortgage, y'all, it hurts. It hurts just to write this down. The mortgage payment is $4,031. $4,031. This is it's a 3-unit building. Currently, we live in 1 unit. We have a tenant in another unit. That tenant has government assistance for their housing, and it takes approximately 2 months for that process to get started with the new owner. So in the meantime, the tenant has been paying $149 a month, and we will be, in theory, as long as we don't totally bungle the paperwork, we should be getting back pay for the months for June and July. But we don't know when we're going to get that. And yeah, I'm not pleased. But yeah, so, oh, I didn't specifically say this is Wynn's spending. So this is his checking account. So we have mortgage, we have kid bills. So kid bills is, this might not actually be happening, kid copay, but we're gonna budget for $80. But what happened was the kids, Wynn has 3 kids. They've all been in therapy since the divorce began. His divorce with his ex. But now they've kind of graduated that level of therapy. So they're going to be going into therapy that meets their specific needs, like each boy's specific needs. So we don't actually know when that's going to start or how much that's going to be, or if the copay will be any different or what's going on. So we're just going to budget for it anyway. And if we don't end up needing that money, then we'll use it elsewhere. But y'all, it's a struggle. Okay. So now we have internet. Isn't it on the 15th? Did that change? Wait. Oh, no, that's okay. So that's what it is. So internet is on the 15th, and that is $55. S&M collections, they never charge on time. They haven't charged yet. It's actually due today. They haven't charged yet. I don't know if they're going to charge before Friday. They do what they want, I guess, but we're not going to budget for it. It was on the previous budget, so, you know, we'll see. We'll see if they charge. If not, then we'll just absorb it. It's fine. And then heating bill. The heating bill is coming up during this time. So we've already paid heating bill this month, but we're paying another heating bill because it's for a different unit. So this heating bill is due on the 18th, and it's $174. And I say heating, but it's natural gas. So it's the stove, it's the hot water, it's the furnace. It's all of those things. And yeah, this bill is $174. And then student loans are during this period, so that's $31. And then the electric bill, will the electric bill be during? No, we already paid the electric bill, so that's fine. And then adventures is always $20, and miscellaneous is always $50. Will it actually be that amount? I don't know. We shall see. But let's see if we're actually within the amount here, within the amount that's available. No, obviously, no, we're not. Why did I even think that we would be? Oh my goodness. It should have been 4,500, not 4,000. Okay. So let's see. 4031 plus 80 plus 55 plus 174 plus 31 plus 20 plus 50. So that's 4441. So this should really be 4,500. So I'm going to make this 6,500. And this is, again, this is just rollover. It's entirely possible that there will be enough left over. There will be like the full amount of rollover available. But if not, we do have other options. So if there isn't enough rollover, we can bring in, we can either bring in a paycheck or bring in savings account interest. So this little post-it here, these two post-its are pay delays, what I call it. So we try not to use the paycheck that we're actually in, the pay period that we're actually in. We try to use the old check, some money that we already have. Yeah. But sometimes it's a struggle. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try to make it. If not, we'll just bring in. We might have to bring in a paycheck for him. Maybe the smallest paycheck that he has. Maybe his smallest paycheck. But I'd really like to make it so that he doesn't have to use a paycheck. So let's see. 44.41, we're just gonna subtract 4,500 just to see what the difference is. Difference is $59. So $59 would be his rollover, and that would bring us to $4,500 for him. Now, will that be like what actually happens? No, probably not. He usually goes over the miscellaneous budget more than that. So, yo. As I said, we shall see. We shall see. But moving on. He is not saving right now because we're on kind of survival mode. We might actually be in a better spot by the time you see this. We're kind of in limbo right now. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but we'll keep you posted. These recordings are keeping us honest. Let's put it that way. And then we get to my spending, which is my checking account. So we have dining out, which I always give my Delulu $30. I will absolutely spend more than that. 9 times out of 10, I spend more than that. But I really try. Y'all. I know it doesn't look like it with the transactions, but I really try. If you could hear our conversations when we're hungry, you would get it. We try so hard. Anyway, onward. Wait. Do I not have any bills that are coming out? This is 11th to the 24th. So let's see. 11th to the 24th. Flooring is the only thing. Oh, I put that in yellow. Okay, that's what happened. So I put floors in yellow. I had originally wanted to use savings to pay for the floors before I realized that I was almost out of savings for the house. So this is actually going to be pink because I'm paying it out of my checking account. That looks orange, but you know, pink and yellow make orange. So we're just gonna let that go. So floors, how much is floors? Oh, look at that. On here, flooring debt, I didn't put anything. So I need to look through. Okay. So flooring, the minimum payment, because I'm just going to put the minimum payment here, is $163. And then the Home Depot credit card, the minimum payment is $47. So I will absolutely, once I get started paying down debt, I will absolutely pay way more than the minimums. But during the summer, while we're kind of in this limbo situation, we're struggling. So we are paying minimums. For the most part. There will be some extra payments here and there. But yeah, you'll see. But any case, the 20th is flooring, and that's $163. So flooring, $163. And then I just have Toady, which is Savings Spent. Toady is a chore tracker app. It's only $6 a year, but I'm grandfathered into that price. The current price, I think, is like $18 or something like that for the year, which still isn't bad. But yeah, we're kind of bad about remembering when the last time we did something was. So we use this app to track, like, when was the last time we cleaned the mini blinds? When was the last time we cleaned the fridge? Are we due to like dust the ceiling fans, or you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. We both tend to kind of like frantically clean when we see that there's a problem, but that kind of keeps us on top of a schedule for it. So I like that a lot. It kind of makes me nervous to only have two bills on here, but I guess those are well, no, not even two, just one. Oh, it feels weird only having one. Okay, well, we're just gonna go with it. And then variable envelopes, because none of these other bills are due. Variable envelopes are, that's really just like most people use like physical envelopes, like cash envelopes. I used to do cash envelopes until I realized that I would forget transactions and my numbers were wrong. So I switched to just using bank accounts and I just keep track on a spreadsheet. But variable envelopes, again on scratch paper. Y'all, this little notebook's ugly. Don't judge me. But this is what I did because I initially tried to do this off the top of my head. It didn't work. So for July, this nasty little notebook that I've had for literally years, we're going with $6.15 for variable envelopes, because I have $2.60 for groceries, which I'm realizing, y'all, we're eating so much food. I think I need to raise that. Transportation $30, health $150. Oh, I might actually need to raise that. Oh, dang it. I might need to raise that. It might need to be $2.50. Because I just took our cat to the vet to get vaccines, and that was $150, and then taking him back to get his teeth cleaned, and I'm not sure how much that'll be. I might ask for a payment plan. I don't know, y'all. But we're gonna go with $250, which would put this at, why did I even write over it? It's an erasable pen, good grief. So $7.15 is what we're gonna go with, now that we have more information. Because I thought he just needed his vaccines, but they looked at his teeth and they showed me like back in his teeth. I don't look at the cat's teeth that much. Let's be real. He sticks out his tongue sometimes, but like I don't see him. He doesn't bare his teeth, and I don't really think about it too much. But anyway, he has buildup on his teeth, so I'm gonna get his teeth cleaned. So I have an appointment for that on the 16th, which, you know what, now that I think about it, I should put on the calendar. Cat teeth. And this is going to be pink. And yes, it is an envelope, but chances are, since I don't know how much this cleaning is going to cost, it might go over budget, in which case that is relevant. I do love the calendar. I'm not as good about keeping up with it as I should be, but I do love it. Okay, so this is really it. Okay. So we have 30 plus 163 plus 715 is 908. And we're going to subtract the 2,000 because that's how much I said I'm rolling over. and that's 1092 to roll over. Actually, no, I'm not going to roll over 1092. I'm going to send 1092 to extra debt because this makes a whole month of not using a paycheck. So we can start on debt here and then just start using paychecks that are a month old going forward. So 1092 to extra debt. And we'll see how this goes. I really am. I'm kind of nervous. But oh no. So, that reminds me, since I am taking from savings this $6 whole, I am gonna put in the budget. So 6506. Y'all, I'm sorry. It's messy. Okay. Let's make this math work. So 6506 minus 4500 is 2006. And let's make sure this math adds up because I could have been wrong. So 30 plus 163 plus 1092 plus 715 equals... What did I do? 30 plus 163 plus 1092 plus 715. 2000. Okay. I don't know what I did, but I typed in something wrong. That's why I don't really like calculators where I can't see what I've already typed in. But you know, if I want you to be able to see what's happening, then I need the big screen, and that means I'm frustrated. It's fine. Everything's fine. We all float down here. Okay, so that's 2000, and 2006 minus 2000 is 6, and 6 is what's coming out of savings. So that is 6 minus 6 is 0, so that's a zero-based budget. Which, of course, does not mean that our bank accounts are at 0. It means every dollar has a job. And as I said, again, we are not saving right now. Neither one of us. We try to stay on the same page money-wise as much as we can. It gets difficult because we are two different people, and Wynn does have kids, and I don't. I'm not sure I made this 100% clear, but Wynn has 3 boys. I have 0 children. I have a cat that I brought into this relationship. Because Wynn, especially in the summer, is spending so much time with the kids because they're not in school, they are eating me out of house and home. Wynn is real big on feeding people. This man makes every meal for me if he can. Like if he's home, he will make every single meal for me. He makes my breakfast pretty much every morning unless he's sick or exhausted. He packs my lunches for work. He makes my dinner if he's home when I get home. He is an absolute angel. But also, because he feeds everyone and he wants everyone to have full bellies, he tends to like go for the treats a little bit. He wants to make everyone happy, and treats are expensive. Treats are real expensive. That's why I have this separate dining out category. This is not necessarily eating out, like eating at restaurants. This is just separate snacks. Like when we'll go to the store and like get my favorite candy bar, that counts as snacky snacks. That counts as dining out. He'll go get my favorite chips, or he'll get chips for everyone. Like he'll get like a smaller bag of everyone's favorite chips so everyone can have their favorite chips with dinner. He's a total sweetheart, but it adds up. It adds up. And I love the heart. I don't love the heart's effect on my bank account. But we really do try to stay on the same page. And now this video has been 25 minutes, so I will bid you adieu. If you have any questions, or if I messed up this math, because I very well may have. I know I'm a little scattered today. I'm pretty tired. It's currently after 8 p.m. and I have been up since 2 a.m. So I'm pretty wiped. But I appreciate you. I love you. Never forget that you deserve financial stability. Not just a treat, not just that thing you like, but you also deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.